Now, we all know what these are, and we've all heard the stories. But is the hype real? What is the actual difference here? Now, I made a video a while ago comparing all sorts of different tube screamer type circuits, and I added this in here as a joke because it was green, and I thought it was funny. Nobels didn't think it was so funny. In fact, they commented on the video and said, "It's not the same circuit. The tone spectrum knob is not the same as the tone knob, and it's a different kind of EQ sweep that's flat and affects the circuit differently." And I was like, what just happened? I didn't even get a chance to reply. Somebody said something about how it was a joke, and then they deleted the comment in shame. So, Nobels, if you're out there, I love you. It's okay. It's totally cool, man. I love what you've done with this pedal. I bought it with my own money. So I don't get any kind of sponsorships or free gear like some hipster douchebag in Nashville that thinks that he's too cool for everything and he just never is satisfied with anything he has. I actually bought this and I really enjoy it. But I wanted to know, what is the difference sonically? Let's go ahead and take a listen. I'm not gonna lie, immediately I hear that mid-range push. I can hear it, it's not a lie. So let's go ahead and check it out with some distortion. So in a more metalcore context, it actually makes sense to have that mid-range push. But what if we get rid of the drive on both of them? And let's use that old trick, that good old-fashioned metal trick. That's a huge difference. So no mid-range push, but that's definitely coloring the sound. So actually, you know what? It's not. That's the thing. It's not coloring the sound. Therefore, it sounds weird with that boosting the pickups metal trick. So what we want is mid-range push. Get that tightness, but this doesn't do that. Proving that they're totally not telling a lie here. This thing does not color the tone at all. It just kind of gives you that little extra level, extra drive. Yeah, so they're not fucking around. I mean, it's a very transparent drive in the sense that there's not adding any kind of mid-range EQ bump. Let's go back to clean and let's try to really get the gain all the way up, tone in the middle, level in the middle, and let's just see what the gain structure sounds like on this thing maxed out. Almost has a lo-fi tone to it. That's single coils still. Now here's the thing, that actually sounds pretty similar. I want to say that when you crank the gain on this thing, it kind of starts to blend together with the TS808. Now, it definitely doesn't have that mid-range hump, but I don't know if it really matters when you crank it up. I think this is meant to be more of a subtle drive. which is why all those Nashville hipsters love it so fucking much. But let's see what we can do. If we crank the level, crank the EQ a bit. And I'm using the humbucker position. My bridge is a humbucker, my neck is a single coil, so that's where we're getting kind of those different tones out of these, so we can see if the myths are true. I don't know, man. Yeah, I can definitely tell a difference, but if we're just using it to abuse a distorted amp, you're going to want to go with TS808 all the way, or a TS9 Tube Screamer. I don't know, I kind of like the clarity there. All right, so let's check it out with the TS808 mid-range boost. I would say that using a single coil makes a huge difference in these, but once you get into the humbucker world, it doesn't make that much of a difference. Clearly, this is a lot cleaner. The EQ boost isn't really there, but it gets you that nice over the cliff thing. Now, if I were to max out the drive again with a clean tone on a bridge humbucker position, if I can talk, I'll start here. That's where you really hear it. You can hear the gain. It's just so flat. No extra EQ. I like that. I actually really, really like that. No wonder I like this thing on my Mesa Boogie, but maybe it's psychological. I see a green pedal that's an overdrive with 3 knobs, and I think, yeah, mid-range boost. And for a while, I thought I heard it, but obviously, I was dead wrong. So this shows you that this isn't just a country guy pedal. You can use it for heavier stuff. You can use it for clean stuff. This thing works for everything. The Tube Screamer, while I love it, and obviously I bought it, I feel like it's a little limited. It definitely has its place. So if you want to cut through a mix more, Tube Screamer, if you're okay where you are and you just want your guitar to shine through with just the tone you have, then the ODR-1 is for you. Honestly, here's the weird thing. If I was doing country or blues or anything like that, I don't know why, even though I play Telecasters and they're mid-range heavy, I still want more mids from the Tube Screamer. I just feel like the guitar is a mid-range happy instrument. It lives in the mid-range like vocals do. So this I would actually really like in a metal setting because it just gives you that kind of like it just gets you there without that extra mid-range push, which if you're using something like a PV or a Marshall, you might not want that. Now, if you're using something like a Mesa Boogie like I do, then it doesn't really get you anywhere. That's when this bad boy comes into play, and it just does the trick. I don't know, man. I think they're both great. They both have their own uses. It's up to you to decide what you prefer and why, your uses, your genre. But now we know. Instead of a bunch of country demos and blues demos, this pedal right here is definitely different from the Tube Screamer. We already knew that, but now we just put it all. We close the books on the myth, all right? So thanks for watching, and as always, go play guitar.